Well, it was 30 to 45. Even more mileage wasn't that. Because it was 30 to 45. So
Yeah.
it's
So is that area pretty much recovered yet?
the beach is they're still working on the building and I mean everything's. So when you go to Fort Myers Beach, and you go all the way to it's hot, and that's where it's.
If you're recording here,
Left.
if you end the meeting, it should save to your own account. Just let us know. You guys can
Stuff like that.
try to help you get up.
Did text him.
The beach is good.
I'm hoping. If not, I can.
We'll
figure it.
Thank you.
If you do have a place to park, it's fun.
We're heading down there.
He might have got swept. When it hit Sarasota, pretty far, and might have just kind of grazed.
So they weren't there. They was wiped out for.
Now that was the only, that was the one. part. Yeah, 3 years ago. Yeah.
It's like you're the man for the insurance.
Yep.
It's probably impossible. Impossible.
Congratulations.
What keeps you going?
Sure, McDonald's. Like when we get back here, and Sarah. Go out for breakfast. Each of us have a pastry, her a cup of coffee, and me a hot chocolate. That would be 40-45 bucks.
Yeah. Well, we stayed. Oh, it, I think it's a bonus, but it was, you know, sweet or whatever. So it had a, you know, had a nice refrigerator, you know, and dishes and stuff like that. But the breakfast, it was just. It was three, you know, they make the eggs up in this. Real bacon. So anyway, I got tired of it. So man, this cool. So I do big ones. But it was, it had the best reviews and it was on it for miles. So that's where we went. So I guess. Pancakes. Sausage and eggs, and then eggs. If you ever have a boy,
Yeah.
Or the kind of food. I got.
Yeah, after our horse. Yeah. Yeah. This time I'm gonna, I take steps. Just concerned about those.
The Jessica bag's looking pretty good.
So the little food that she got was not small. Yeah, she got a lot of food from here.
Is Robert's gonna be here again? He said, Robert.
I don't know. This sucker was plate and pretty thin. So I mean, it was so much.
Was ordered.
Oh my God.
Okay, it is
There he is.
9:00.
Robert.
We are opening the meeting today with the Shelby County Recycling District Compliant Board. As we call you up, you have 5 minutes to speak. At that point, we'll make a decision. Now, we first order of business will be to approve the meeting or the minutes of last meeting.
I'd make a motion that we approve the minutes.
A motion to approve, a second. Second,
Second.
and all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Sure.
You ready?
You,
Getting close.
No.
So. First person that we have to appear is Abby Drake. Her case is on page 8. Case number 2025-20.
we're gonna go through some pictures, then we'll ask questions, or you can ask, make any statements, okay?
I'd like to be there. Okay. Here's June pictures. I was there for the initial. All grass and weeds, inoperable vehicles, some other junk and trash. There's July. Still some tall grass and weeds there. Same thing. I spoke with Abby. She said that there's not been a lot been able to be done due to some other issues going on, which I understood. She said she would continue to do what she could.
Yeah.
I do have some updated pictures. By the motorhome, we got all that cleaned up. I don't know if you can see that from there. The dog's in the picture, sorry. That, and then got the weeds cleaned up.
Yard.
The other lawnmower, we put it up, we got it running, we got the up there by the house cleaned up, and then the whole yard's mowed. So, some progress. Not as much as we'd like, obviously, and we got the truck put in the barn. We plan on putting panels on the barn and getting it enclosed. That's obviously gonna have to be a work in progress, but we understand it has to be enclosed. From our last conversation.
Any questions from the board?
How many of the vehicles are they operable
Um,
and plated?
the ones right there, the white one and that maroon one, that one's is operable or
The transmission's out in it.
needs to be worked on.
But yeah. Mhm.
No good.
Why won't it move?
The white one is operable. It's
Are they plated?
not plated, no.
What about the RV
It's operable and plated.
and plated?
I think it ain't been plated in a year or two, but
It can be.
it'll run.
It runs.
When I was there for the initial case, there were 20 cars probably in the whole place.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. I mean, I couldn't tag all of them at the time. I just told her, I said, this is what we need to do. And Abby and I have had an ongoing conversation, so I feel that she's gonna work on it.
Okay. So you know they need to be operable and plated.
Yes.
So do you feel like she's making adequate progress?
I mean, she called me and said she wasn't able to do very much. So for me, I think there's that open communication that stuff to where I'm feeling that she's gonna do it.
Okay.
So my recommendation would be to continue for another month.
I just think, just make sure that you keep the communication lines open and, yeah, I move we continue to monitor.
Second.
I have a motion to continue to monitor it. Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried.
Our next meeting be, so I know.
August 26th.
I can call you.
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Case is a new case. It's 2025-31, page 1. It's in Lisa House.
Page 1, yes.
Oh, on the new stuff.
Discrepancy with that one, but
So go ahead and sign in. Thank you. Before we start looking at the pictures too, just so you are aware, we did receive an appeal from the property owner's attorney yesterday, so, okay.
This will be the initial pictures that I took for the case, tall grass and weeds. Part of it is also a pasture she does raise. I'm gonna call them alpacas for lack of the actual correct word. But there are tall grass and weeds. There's also tall grass and weeds when I was there on both roadsides that her property butts up to, which would be County Road 1100 North, as well as Carroll Road on the west side. So this is just one of the pictures that is there. On the back side is what looks like a pile of trash. Couldn't access it. Fence was up. And like I said, she's got large animals. I did not access the gate due to that issue. Access into the property. This is the side that is not currently being grazed. I understand what's called rotational grazing. But I do know that the roadside has to be taken care of as well. So this is where we're at with this one.
Okay, you please identify yourself for us, please?
Yes, my name is Lisa Wojciechowski. I'm an attorney here in Shelby County, and this is Lisa Eliza, who's the property owner, and her husband is, has a heart condition and is not able to be present.
So basically, more concerned about what's along the road.
Well, the discrepancy is what would actually be the violation. Like the roadside clearly is the violation. The pasture that they're grazing on is not, but some of these weeds are taller than I am. I'm at 6 feet tall. So I did speak with Jody briefly before taking the case on. And she had some insight. So would you like to speak?
Yeah, is there a residence or is this just pasture?
Yeah, there's a residence as well.
Okay, so how close is this to the residence?
So the residence would be back to the northwest of here. It's the residence sits basically in the middle of the property.
Gotcha, okay. So I mean, there is exemptions obviously for ag,
Mhm.
right? If it's being used as pasture, hay, we don't require that to meet the weeds standard. If there's anything within 150 feet of a residence, that is included as part of the ordinance. So that's why I'm asking exactly where the house sits in
Yeah,
relation.
it's maybe not smack dab in the middle. It might be more to the west of the property, but it's pretty close to the middle of the property. And it's 20 acres, is that what you said?
20 acres.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I don't have copies of this because my client just provided these to me, but I'd be more than happy to circulate the aerials that will show you that the house and its surrounding area is cleared. The rest of the property here on the 20 acres is actually ag and forest and forestry preserves, where she is actually working with the DNR as for the forestry management. She's had some problems with some ash trees that everybody had problems with the ash trees. Those had to come down. She's had some dead trees that she's been trying to take care of from time to time. There is also an issue with about 15 foot of, well, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. May I approach?
Yes, you can bring it around.
So the back shows the site plan and the front is an aerial photograph. And this one doesn't have the site plan, but if you just want to see the aerial part of it. And again, all the forest part is people work.
Encompasses this. And then all this, the neighborhood, right? 5 people. So,
Tony, we talk often about an exemption for ag.
this is
To be considered agricultural, do you have to make a substantial portion of your income off of that agriculture, or?
It's not really income based. I mean, it's more a term used in Indiana statute and zoning. Basically if it's being used to produce or feed or hay or something, right? It's being used for an agricultural purpose, then that would meet the standard.
I think,
So when this is in using this for your alpacas, I mean, is it normal to have them to feed off of weeds that are,
yes,
it is?
I can speak on her behalf because I also used to have llamas. And she also has goats and other animals and does rescues with that. And llamas are kind of like goats. They'll eat pretty much whatever. And so, yes, it is normal. And depending on the number of llamas that you may have on any acreage at any period of time, they graze very efficiently, so they do not eat the pasture down as quickly as a cow or a horse, because they have 3 stomachs, and so they digest the food like I said, without a whole lot of waste.
Right.
But some of this land is also dedicated through the DNR for forestry. So if you see all the trees that are back there, there are set asides where she is working with the DNR to cultivate new growth because of the loss of a substantial amount of the ash trees that she had on premises. And also she had a number of sugar maples, which she actually used to harvest and make maple syrup. And a good number of those have also died because of certain drought and other agricultural conditions over the last 2 years. So she's been working with the DNR to reforest those areas. She's got, well, unfortunately, my photographs aren't very great. But she's been working with the DNR to replant. She's got saplings growing up along there. She also, when she was taking down one of the trees in the back, come to find out, and she does all sorts of ag activities on the property. This is a photograph. I'm not sure if you might have seen this. There's a stump there. May I approach again? Do you have extras of this? Can I have this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so, and part of her activities there, where you're gonna see trees and down, that's actually a very large beehive that she had a specialist come in to tell her how to help and preserve the bees, which is why there's a tarp over it to protect it until they can figure out what else they're supposed to do with that. It is a honey producing property. So it might look like trash to some folks, but that's actually agricultural. And she has been working with experts on how to protect and preserve that until they can either get relocated or figure out what else they want to do with it, because she is very biologically conscious and wants to try to protect, preserve the bees if she can. I believe she has addressed the issue and mowed along, because one corner of her property is on a corner. And she said that Shelby County for many, many years was responsible and kept that mowed. And for some reason, they no longer do that. So she has mowed that, and that part is taken care of. But as far as the rest of the maintaining of her 20-acre property, there are also some issues back there where you might see some of the other growth. There's a huge amount, and I know this from working in other related matters for Northwest Shelby County. Well, it's kind of all of Shelby County. There's a huge issue with drainage that comes back from all of the properties that were developed on the Briar Patch subdivision, which is just to the south. And so that creates some standing water from time to time, which prevents any kind of heavy equipment from getting in. She's trying to deal with that and preserve and protect that. You're going to see some limbs down here and there, first of all, because all the dead trees that had to be removed, but also because the DNR has recommended to her, if she's going to be doing reforestry, that she should allow some of that to decompose as opposed to continuing to mow it, because the DNR has told her that if you mow too much and cut into the trunks and damage the trees, you're going to have more problems with trees dying out. There's also a line of, well, there's a property line dispute because some of her neighbors have encroached on her property by 15 feet, which is a whole nother matter, but might be impacting this. But she has been clearing as much as she can along the property lines and putting up new fence with,
Privacy screen.
yeah, privacy screening,
The black screen.
so as to not create any kind of an eyesore for the neighbors. She now has an issue because one neighbor who has built a mini barn 15 feet onto her property, and they're having a little bit of an issue about how she's supposed to proceed with her fencing on that, which I don't know how much that affects this particular matter, but she's doing everything she can to try to properly manage the land in conjunction with recommendations from the DNR. She does run llamas, alpacas, goats. Uh, She's not getting rich off of this, but this has been her passion to have a farm and to, I'm not sure what the proper, be at one with the earth, if you will, and try to do things as holistically as possible.
If I may say that.
Yes,
If there's another picture, if you can see that little white dot kind of in the middle of this other picture, that's actually my beehive. What is being determined as to be trash.
or what, yeah, so it's right in the center there.
And
And
that picture is my beehive that.
that you see a close-up of the,
Of the tree.
yes, immediately to the left of the tree. So
So
it's ag and she's doing the best she
You-
can with.
mow kind of in between the trees that you're trying to,
I mean, there's some areas were so thick. I don't know if you can see the conservation map, but I mean, it was so thick of trees. That, so in the process of, you know, mediating the real issue is we're maintaining this electrical line for that neighborhood. We give them access and there are bad trees that need to come down that are going to hurt people, structures. And I've been like fielding this for years because it's,
Those trees on your
Sure.
property or on other people's property?
and some of them were on my property. I mean, I've done everything I can.
Right.
And then I have to work with the electric company because there's some we can take down. But if it's within 15 feet of this electrical line, which is the property line that abuts this neighborhood. So we give access, we do everything we can to get that line cleared. I mean, there's even some of
Let me
the,
address further, get back to their original question if I can. If I may again approach, so yes, she actually has been trying to clear what she can around the properties. The other, she couldn't get back to another part of the property, around there. Because a tornado had come down and taken down her little storage area. She's been able to get that replaced and also clean that up also. But yes, there are areas where she has tried to get it cleared back, within her means.
The easement thing.
Are both roadsides cleared now?
this is her.
1100 North and Carroll Road?
Yes.
These are both cleared. Okay.
the outside of my fence, yes.
That's why I was.
Yes.
And
That sounds
it's very
fine.
difficult because the road has been built up so high
Oh, no.
in the lowest spot.
Well, you
I
got-
get everyone's runoff. That neighborhood drains into me in 3 places on my property.
Right.
What do you do about that?
Well, that's.
Oh.
That
drainage
picture from
for-
April of 2025, you can see the standing water.
Sorry.
The roadside, that was what we had discussed over the phone. That was like the big thing.
Yes.
The other stuff, we can talk about it, question, figure out whether or not that's in part of this. The roadside clearly is. So-
I went myself personally yesterday to the property to walk it and the line of sight is clear. Whatever, there are some plants growing and there are some limbs down in the front pasture. It does not obstruct vision. It doesn't obstruct the line of sight. And it's not terribly high. And I think it would be almost impossible to try to mow around some of that with all the limbs down because NDNR said that they wanted that to decompose.
The roadside, I mean, when I was there, again, that's one of those that you could easily, if you had to, just weed whack it. I know it's not as fast as a mower, but I have a similar issue with my property where I have some pretty good sized hills that I have to do. And I can't get on a mower to do it. I have to weed whack. So
She has addressed that. And I think some of that is because there was some confusion because she used to count on the county
used to do
mowing
that.
it and they, for some reason, I don't know why they don't anymore, but if it becomes her responsibility, then she'll do it.
Guess my thought was just looking at the GPS map, kind of assuming maybe it's the property owners to the south.
The ones that we're having a legal issue with as far as the
Yeah.
encroachment.
I didn't know, as an olive branch, if you could clean up their line of sight a little bit.
And she has, and I think one of those pictures shows,
a picture with the.
Yeah.
with the, and
Yeah, electrical line.
she's been doing all that back, and we will, in a whole different matter, address the encroachment because she would like to be able to send that down, clear that whole line, because like she said, I don't know if it's a legal easement. I haven't had a chance to look into that part yet.
Legal easement.
I'm talking about for the utilities.
Okay.
Trust me on this. And as soon as they determine how much of that has to be accessible to the utilities, she would like to continue that privacy fence all the way down her property line, but there are 2 or 3 properties that have significant encroachments. We don't know what's going to happen with that right now. It's asking a lot to make them move a big storage shed that they built on her property. So it might be that we discuss other resolutions and we may have to adjust. I don't know. I don't want to speak out of turn on something on the record that
You talk
we don't know for sure, but we have to address it.
about the DNR, are they just advising on what they would do, or is it some kind of agreement that you're
They have
required
actually
to?
come out with you, right?
Mhm.
They've actually come out to consult with her on site and make her the recommendations on what she needs to do to manage the forestry portion of it. She would like, her intentions are to maintain a certain amount of ag, which, like I said, she's trying to replant some of the trees because they lost a huge amount of trees that it was a big loss on the amount of trees. So she'd like to get that reforested. Some of that she intended to, I think she had told me there were some issues with geese that, probably because the wetlands and the geese are going to look for water, but she would like to have some of that as a forestry reserve, if you will, to let the geese go ahead and stay. And then, of course, she has to rotate her pastures, and that's a slow rotation for the llamas and the alpacas. And at some point in time, when the goats get old enough, they're going to go in there and they're going to start eating everything also.
Any other questions at this point? I refer to Jody. If we just get from what I'm seeing, if we just get the roads cleaned up, I don't think we have anything here that we can
The
address.
intent behind the ordinance is more residential, right? Within 150 feet of a resident, that's what's intended. There's 20 acres, we don't mean that the entire 20 acres needs to be included. Would it be possible to be able to provide the plans for the something from the DNR, like a letter or an email, just that they've been working with you?
Sure, yeah, I've participated in the EQUIP program, and cost sharing and, in planting. I've planted over probably about 5,000 seedlings from the DNR. So, I mean, yeah, we could,
Just to confirm that.
something, yeah.
From my standpoint,
And
Okay.
and I'm talking for the board and I probably shouldn't be, but I think you're trying to maintain and create a forest that's already there and trying to maintain it, save it. The only concerns that I have is the roadway. And I agree with you, yes, the county on a blue moon may come through and mow, but I have to mow my neighbor's yards or across the way because it's on a curve and I don't want somebody to hit head on and then end up in my front yard. So I maintain my front yard and across the field where the corn is, just because I don't like it myself. So, so that's kind of my recommendation is that
Something we need to monitor, or is this something where?
Jody asked for a DNR form or a letter.
Just need documentation
So
and
there's been an appeal, so with an appeal, you can either affirm the original decision that there was a violation. You can modify it or you can dismiss it, or in this case, if you wanted to table it to get some further information from DNR, you could do that, but there needs to be some kind of action on the appeal today.
What would it take you to get something from the DNR?
Is the appropriate thing to table it until we get information?
I mean, it's up to the compliance board, but if you want to, I mean, you could also make a decision
Like
pending
forestry plan,
getting something from the DNR as well.
email,
Yeah, but we need to get something updated from the DNR.
Let's just continue it for another 30 days. I would move that.
But we want to continue it for a month. And if we're asking that if you can mow the county road and then provide the information for Jody as far as the DNR. And then we will make a decision about dismissing next month. Is that fair?
My question, and yes, well, that's okay, but also I was just gonna throw out there that if she could get some documentation to the appropriate folks in advance, I don't know procedurally if you would still have to vote on it after you get that, or if you want to make it a provisional dismissal based or pending, some documentation from the DNR on the forestry part of it. Because I really don't want to have her pay me to keep coming back here, honestly. She could use that money better to take care of the critters than me.
Jody?
I mean, I guess pending, if the DNR information is provided showing that she is working with them, what would the compliance board do with this pending appeal?
So has she mowed the roadside at this point?
Not yet.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
I have not, when I was there last time, I did not see that. Now, she may have done it since I've been out there. It's been several days since I've been out there, so.
I think then to treat it like a regular case, we need to see that.
The second time I've mowed it this year, it's been exponential rain,
Okay, all right, let's just.
so I have mowed it.
But we didn't, okay,
can go-
didn't bring pictures of that, so we need to let them.
I wasn't planning on going out there today. I have other places I need to go. I can go out there this afternoon and look at it. If it needs to be a heightened, like more expedited, situation, but
Provided we've got that information and you say it's mowed, I would think there'd be a need for you to attend with her.
I mean, I can if you need for me to, or I may just, if everything's going well and we discuss it in the meantime, I could just excuse myself and she could appear in person the next. So-
That's what I'd like to do. Just go ahead and continue it. We'll see if the roadside gets mowed. We'll wait for your information.
Thank you.
So we have a motion to continue it 1 month, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next, we have Anthony Sigmund, case 2025-05 on page 5.
start off with June pictures here. Tall grass and weeds. Sorry about the blurry picture. Still some junk and trash. Of course, that was from June. There's July. About the same issues, same tall grass and weeds that can be seen from the front. Still kind of the same issues in the back. Didn't really notice much difference from June to July.
One of the weeds in the front, as you say, are actually sunflowers. They just bloomed like yesterday and the day before. About 50 sunflowers across there.
It'd be pretty. Still some other tall grass, still tall grass and weeds over here. It's by the poles.
What do you do with all the poles?
Cut them with sawmill. Make lumber. Tried hauling some stuff up to the dump in Morristown last week, and they were not able to accommodate with my dump trailer because the berm that you back up to is about as tall as this table. So I wasn't able to dump. I called the office yesterday, compliance office, and she said you guys were able to dump out here.
We can do it. Yeah.
So you know how much that is?
I have a picture. I'll get it to you later. I forget how much it is, but
Okay.
Can we offer him
I think have you taken the voucher yet?
the voucher?
If you get a hold of Lisa, she'll get you a voucher. You can get 2 loads dumped at the facility for free.
Okay.
So
And you back in, dump it, and then they'll.
Yeah, I went all the way up there and she said, well, you can try it. And I didn't have any luck. Like I said, the berm you back up to, and there's a dumpster there. It's about as tall as this table.
You're not gonna do it, yeah.
But you can get a voucher from Lisa. You can take you can take triaxle loads if you wanted to, free,
Okay.
twice.
Oh, well, I don't have that big of a trailer, but
Fill it up.
okay, yeah.
Please fill it up.
I'd say fill her up and let's see some, more progress because I mean, I can't tell any progress from last month.
I've made a little bit, but I mean, I've been keeping the yard mowed. I've mowed it 3 times last month, so
How often do you get to this property to work on it?
they're almost every day.
Do you live there?
No, but I've got goats there. I got 20 goats there that I take care of. So I'm there every day. Depending on the weather lately, whether I'm able to do much, but I'm there every day.
What would make a difference to me if you could select an area, like if we're looking at this picture, let's take this area right up next to the building. Like clean an area. It would,
Okay.
rather than maybe picking a few things here and a few things there, it would show me a little more progress than just kind of scattered out. If you
Okay.
try that.
Tony, you made from the time that I've been sitting here, you've made major progress on the outside of the building. I would like to see the tall weeds around the building, around that fence in front that we see go by every day. And then focus, like he said, on one area. I mean, you're doing a tremendous job, but this didn't happen overnight and you're not going to get it cleaned up overnight.
One area in front of the fence, I dished up for a garden and we planted some corn and planted sunflowers and a few other things, watermelon, a few things. But the only thing that came up was the sunflowers and the corn. But I got a tiller. I'll probably just till it all right through there again and maybe plant some.
The only place you're going to get sunshine.
Yeah. To plant some pumpkins. So since it's this late in here.
What's the board want to do at this point?
Continue to monitor, make motion to continue to monitor.
First and a second to continue to monitor. We thank you for what you're doing. And see you next month.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you, Tony.
And what do I do about the just?
She'll mail it to you.
She'll, write your information. You'll need your driver's license and she'll mail you it's a big green piece of paper.
His phone number where I can.
I do,
Right?
yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Give me a call. All right. If I don't answer, please send me a text. I get 50 to 60 spam calls a day. So I don't
It'll
answer.
be this afternoon. It'll be
Okay.
The county number.
Okay.
Hours. Okay, awesome.
Thank you, Tom.
Next is Carson and Darcy, 2025-32. Okay, and I don't have the case number. Oh,
Page number 1.
fine.
So this is a rarity case. We had initial case come in. I took initial pictures, then they called and said that there was drastic change on the property. And so I took another set of pictures prior to really needing to do it again. So you'll see 2 sets of pictures here, but only 1 month noted. So we'll start off with the pictures here. This is the initial case, tall grass and weeds, inoperable vehicles, junk and trash. See the tall grass there on the front, junk and trash on the back. Here are the updated pictures. They've moved vehicles or removed them, got rid of them, plated them, whatever. Mowed the grass, cleaned up the back. Still have a couple things that they need to work on. I talked to Carson about, but they've done a lot to it just in the amount of time that the case started until the 17th here.
Okay, it's your turn. What would you like to say?
I believe I've taken care of the vehicles. I believe I've taken care of the junk to my best ability. I tried to communicate and things like that and see like if there's any other violations currently. I think the only suggestion was maybe like how I'm hanging a hoodie at the moment for like my business. Like sun fade clothing and stuff like that. So I have pictures of like just I don't know, I could show you
You're
that like
fine.
the other people do this as like somebody from a different state, like on Instagram that does the same.
So these clothes are hanging here. You've got.
It's a popular trend to basically barn fade a hoodie and make it look like it's been sitting for, faded out and has streaks in it. And
Okay.
so that's the only reason why I have the hoodie up there, but
Recommendation that I gave him was to move it from the fence post
go over to the,
over to the line.
So all this has been done. Then you went out and took second pictures.
Yeah, this is the second pictures, even though they weren't needed second pictures. These are the second pictures, yes. I said, he still it'd be good for him to move it to the clothesline or the rack there to make it look more presentable. It's that at the time I was there and it was still on the fence post,
it's a different hoodie now than
going close to the house.
Yeah, it's a green hoodie. The hoodie that you came on July before was a gray one that's actually hanging up with the pocket.
This is a part of your.
I switch out every 3 months. I'm putting a new hoodie on there to where it looks completely faded out, and then I put another hoodie
But
up
you
there.
really can't see it from the front of the street. And I asked him to, I'm like, can't you just put that hoodie on that clothing rack? And he's like, oh, you gotta get all the different directions of the sun, so.
You're calling this art.
It faces a certain way because of the sun.
Of course, let me feed you some stuff here. How do you want to say it? Tell the board what you told me, like about your business, go into the detail, because they're gonna want that will vote, so. Tell them what you told me.
Like the clothes, I do use for they are intended to be sold. I go out to different parts of the country and I curate vintage clothing, and I do that for a living. And
is that what the bus is for?
Yeah. And I use that for basically like extra storage because it's something to where a critter can't get into it like they can in my barn and stuff like that.
So I'm looking at the same picture you guys see, and all these weeds were the problem, and now you've mowed it.
Mm-hmm.
We keep that up?
Yeah, I still I owned a mower, push mower, broke down this year, moved to go out of town for a couple weeks and it got out of hand. So I definitely can maintain the yard. It's something that just got out of hand.
What I see, if you'll promise to keep it mowed like this, I would be willing to dismiss. Do you think it's?
They did do a lot. He's done a lot in a short amount of time.
You all right with that?
Yeah.
I would move to dismiss.
Okay,
Thank you for.
Before we say that though,
Yeah.
the second time it comes back up and somebody complains, you're gonna automatically get a fine. So.
Like weeds or whatever, like if I had weeds again or something like that.
Get your junk,
About 10
like we
inches.
talked
I mean,
about.
just everything that you've cleaned up, if it happens again,
Mhm.
it will be considered a repeat case,
Mhm.
automatically fined.
Okay.
And a fee, about $200 instantly.
The junk part,
Yeah.
what is junk? When does it become junk? So that way he knows, then we can monitor the
I think I
situation.
gave him, but I'll give you a copy too of the ordinance.
Is that what this letter thing,
No, that's just the violation notice.
Orange
Like this picture here,
showed you.
No, I understand, but I want him to,
like this, now that you told me about your little business, this
goes in.
hoodie doesn't bother me, it's the stuff behind it.
Yeah.
You just keep.
Yeah. It's maybe organized junk to you guys now since.
You
How
know,
often do you leave town, Carson? Are you out of town?
Leaving out of town in a week for about 3 weeks.
Are you playing music still?
No, not full time. I do vintage clothing, basically.
Is that what it's doing now?
California.
Yeah, like I travel, like selling vintage clothing is not successful in Indiana, so I have to go to other places all the time to do so.
When you leave for 3 weeks, will this get mowed during that time? So I can
Probably
see
one
that.
time.
And that's where I was
or
I
something.
can see that being a problem, and I know in my yard.
That's how it's accumulated, but
What you do with all,
also like owning a push mower versus like owning a ride. If I owned a ride lawnmower and got back in 3 weeks, I'd just get on the ride lawnmower.
Has a fiance at home too.
Yeah,
He's got
so,
some.
but it's just to explain why it's like this year. My lawnmower broke. I've been traveling. I've been dealing with a lot of personal issues. I don't like feel like it's appropriate maybe to bring up right now just because it's emotional, but
so we had a motion to dismiss and we have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried. As long as you understand, if it gets like this again, there will be a fine, okay? But we appreciate what you've done and we thank you. Okay?
We got a letter in the mail that'll be dismissed.
A question too, my name was on the thing, but I'm not a property owner anymore.
Tax ID shows you and Carson on it together.
So I probably need to call the attorney that said they fixed it.
I just checked this whenever it
Okay.
open.
I was like, why is my name?
And Carson, boy, if there's any way you could talk a friend into going over there and mowing once while you're gone, it might keep you out of trouble.
You know Mike? You know Mike? Okay. He'll help you out.
If you guys are good to go.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Next, we have Paul Staggy, case number 2025-29 and 2025-30 on page 11.
Sorry.
Here's June pictures. Initial case, pictures basically tall grass and weeds, inoperable vehicles, junk and trash, miscellaneous chemicals, liquids. Here's July. Same thing, tall grass and weeds, and everything there is the same as it was before. No change. And it is.
To the next case as well. Together, or do you want to do them separate?
I will do them together.
And the, both properties are abatement ready. Like they've already been voted on to be abated, and as of yesterday, they are ready to go. Here's the other one on 111 East Washington Street, tall grass and weeds, inoperable vehicle, machine, tall grass and weeds. July, same thing. That's where we're at.
We need a vote, or has it already been voted to abate and we just let it go?
It's ready to be abated. I'm going out there today with Steve Moore to
Okay.
show him, and I think he's gonna work on it today.
Okay.
How much liability insurance do you have on this property, Paul?
I can't hear you.
How much liability do you have on this property? I figure one of them kids gets in them chemicals, we got a problem. And then they right in the town wall.
I did it on my chemicals. I don't know who put them there.
Don't know how they got there.
No,
Some of it is muric acid. Do you deal in muric acid? No?
I got no use for that stuff.
What's it for?
I don't know what it would be used for. I could look into it, but I mean, the whole section is covered. There's probably 20 or so buckets there.
Not to mention IDEM, if they get a load of that.
Yeah.
It's usually concrete cleaning or pool related chemical.
Yeah, I can see.
No, I have no idea how that got there.
It looks like pool chemicals.
In my stuff,
What about the man lift there?
You know what?
The man lift?
Scissor,
Mom.
scissor lift.
Scissor lift and then this other,
Fine.
two of them, yeah.
The one there.
There's one on the other property.
Yes,
Yes.
there's one that's scissor, and there's one that's,
11 Main Street.
yep, 111 East Washington.
Yeah.
Yep, this is the other one. This is the 106 North Main.
But Ben, as you said, all this is going to be removed either.
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yeah, it's, I'm meeting with Steve today to go over the properties, so.
What are you gonna do with all
What's
this?
happening tomorrow?
I don't know.
I'm sorry?
What's happening tomorrow?
Well, Steve, our contractor is gonna come in and clean up the property. I'm going over there today with him to show him what all he's gonna do. I think he's gonna start on it today and maybe finish him tomorrow.
I mowed and sprayed them weeds. He's gonna go in there and get that wagon and that lift and all that stuff.
Well, he's gonna take care of whatever's in violation, yes.
I don't have no warning about this stuff. They just.
I sent a abatement notice to you, which was signed, I believe, and sent back to me. I'll have to look at my desk, but I'm pretty sure, yeah. In fact, I know that,
He's gonna get him in and take that stuff.
it was an abatement notice, so.
Abatement.
I
No,
don't know what that is.
that's those letters, Paul.
What is an abatement?
You're going to go in and clean it up.
It's basically means that the county will clean it up at your expense. So there was a 20-day notice and it's been more than 20 days. I always give more just because I know life happens. So it was a 20 days and it's, as of yesterday, it's been over 20 days.
Plus it's a repeat case, so you've been down this.
You've been
before.
down this road before with us.
I didn't understand that. I mowed that stuff. I got a lot of money in that stuff. Same way with over at the other house. I mowed that over there earlier, got a flat tire on a tractor. Who do I get to see so that that guy will talk to me? Cause he got a brand new tractor tire of mine I need now.
I'm sorry, who do you need to talk to about what? I couldn't understand what you're saying.
And more, whoever you're talking about. He's the same one that cleaned the other
Correct,
property,
yeah.
didn't it?
Okay.
Had over $10,000 in that stuff
The other
that
property.
he hauled off.
The other one, yeah.
Brand new roof and
We actually we worked an agreement out with you, Paul.
We called him. And they wouldn't
he
call us
won't
back.
talk to me.
He won't talk to him.
You don't call the contractor.
He wanted more for it the second time I buy it than I did the first time.
But you should have called our office and signed the
That's
agreement.
right.
And I know.
Didn't get no
I
answer.
know that both Lisa and myself reached out multiple times or attempted to reach out multiple times.
Back, we didn't get answers.
I know I called several times. I even noted it in the case before it was dismissed that I did that. So, I mean, weeks had gone by and I'm like, I believe it was a month, right?
Quite some time.
It was a long time. And I had done my due diligence. And so that's where we finally had to be like, well, it's over. You know, I think maybe even the board had extended.
I had to go get a lawyer to find out where my stuff was at. You said I could have that stuff, part of my stuff back, my roof and the tires and lumber.
Yeah, but that was all in the past. That's months ago.
Why? But it never came back. I had to go get a lawyer to find out where it was at. That guy was up there 3 times and then the guy told me I wouldn't talk to him.
We're not working in the past, we're working in the present. So let's figure out this situation here. We're gonna go in and clean it up. That's where we're at right now. We're gonna be out there either today or tomorrow. As I'm gonna be out there with Steve looking at today. He's gonna decide when he's gonna start on it. And then it's gonna be cleaned up by the county. The notice has already been sent out. This is a repeat case he's already mentioned, and that's where we're at. So I would just encourage you, if you have other properties, to make sure that they're clean.
Don't get in this shape.
Yeah.
Jody, do you have anything, comments at this point?
No, I don't. So I think the board's already voted on the abatement, so.
Yeah, it's been done. So we gave you an opportunity on the last one to get your property back. We gave you an opportunity, but you didn't do anything about it.
Where was that?
You're not going to get it. They're gonna bring it back to you.
They were gonna.
The agreement was never signed.
You never signed the agreement to go get it.
I didn't see no agreement.
You don't seem to want to deal with the office like you need to. And if you want, it was offered, all you had to do was come in and sign it. You didn't do what you needed to do.
And I will represent, I think he did have counsel at the time, and I sent the agreement to his counsel and had several email communications. The signed agreement never came back, so.
Okay.
There was communication too.
So they will be coming to clean up these two properties very shortly.
Okay, we don't need to do anything more on this, right?
Well, I mean, maybe I'll just continue till till the abatement's over. That's what we've done. That's what what the board has done in the past is continue till the abatement is over.
I move that we continue.
I second.
We have a first and a second to continue the abatement. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried.
So if you want that scissor lift and all that, I suggest you get over there and get it.
Yeah, anything you want, I'd get.
What order they taking?
What?
They taking everything in that picture or?
Everything that's in violation.
Everything that's in violation, so the scissor lift and.
Things that like that.
If it appears to be junk or in disrepair, it will be removed.
And wagon's gonna be pulled or not?
If it's in disrepair, it will be removed.
Wagon. You back up to it, put a pin in it and pull it away.
Like Mr. Lewis just said, if it's important to you, I mean, we're coming. So if it's important to you, you better get it. Okay?
Thank you for your time. Go ahead.
Next page, Jeffrey Claunch, 2025-07, page 5.
Five of the old cases.
Okay.
Here's June. Tall grass and weeds, junk, trash. Junk and trash, a large pile of weeds in the back, other miscellaneous stuff. There's July. Prior to this, I did go out and walk the property with Jeff and explain to him what needs to be done. The initial picture here, I will say, he's done a lot, but he has a weed there that's probably 5 feet tall that needs to be taken care of. He's done a lot to the porch. He's done a lot to the back. He got rid of the pile in the back, got rid of the other burn pile that was there. He's done a lot. He's really close to being dismissed, but with that tall weed in the front yard, it's clearly visible from the road. And just some other minor weeds, he's still in violation. So if he can get that corrected, I don't see why we can't get this dismissed at a future date.
When the weed in the front, are you talking about this one just between the car and the?
Yes.
It's actually a flower. I just put it there because it flowers up.
Is it?
That's all it is. It's just a little stalk flower there. It's a wildflower. I left it there because of that.
Looks like
No, there's no other weeds around it except for that one stalk sitting there and it actually flowers up. That's why it's there.
Right up next to the house, is there some debris?
That looks like a statue.
Those are my bricks for my barn parts. That's all it is. We've already had that conversation.
Not that barn, right there in front of the car.
There's some rocks and stuff there. That's all
some
building materials. I've got bags of rocks there.
bags of rocks or sand or something like that.
Okay. So in the back, are we pretty good?
Yeah, the back is looking really good. This is the back. This is that picture that we had from before. This is the now. And that pile is all gone. So, I mean, he's done a lot.
If you,
Got rid of everything you wanted me to get rid of. I don't know why we need to continue anymore.
you keep it mowed for us?
Oh, Matter of fact, the neighbors are noticing, they're saying, why are you cutting your grass so often? So,
Thank you, thank you.
yeah. Matter of fact, I went across the street and helped the guy over there that's having some issues, and I helped him cut his grass, so.
Okay, keep her mowed, keep it looking good. I move to dismiss.
1 second.
I have a motion to move and dismiss. All in favor, say aye.
All right,
Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carried.
Appreciate
thank
it.
you for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeff.
We have the Norma Myers case, 2025-14 on page 7.
Oh, I know which one.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's June pictures, some tall grass and weeds, trash in the back. Tall grass and weeds. Initial case was vehicles inoperable, other things like that. Some of the stuff has been corrected. There's been some progress. Here's July. This is looking from State Road 9. Still some tall grass and weeds that is visible from State Road 9. Still some stuff on the side porch as well as some tall grass and weeds. This is another view from State Road 9, still some tall grass and weeds. Some of the roadside has been mowed, but there's still a little bit more that needs to be. I don't know if I got a good picture of that roadside or not, but this is these are the current photos. I did send a notice to them last time. It was returned to me because I believe, was your mom out of town for that long? Is that what it was? Why?
She's out of town, but
Yeah, so it was returned to me and
that notice.
so I was trying to get back to him, and so it's on my desk to give to him, but he just hasn't happened yet. So
With regards to the side of the road, I don't know what more. I mean, that's been mowed. Recently I had one of the farmers that farm the land do that. So that side of the road stuff that you've been talking about, I don't know how you didn't. Now, the house has just been an ongoing, it gets mowed and then it doesn't get mowed because after you mow it once then the mower breaks down and it's just been unreliable. And my brother who lives there, works for the union and leaves at 5 a.m. and gets back sometimes at 5, 6 at night. And after a day like that, I don't think that's much of a priority for him. Stress to him that it should be. So I am trying to actively find maybe another way to get the yard mowed at this point. So I think it's not complicated to get this in compliance, but
You're not the one who lives there, it's your brother.
no, I don't. And so.
And Norma is your mother and you're responsible for the trust and all that.
Yeah, Norma's my mother.
Okay.
I'm an attorney.
Yeah.
So she just kind of jump in and.
she lives in Kokomo, right?
Lives in Kokomo. Family has owned farmland here since, well, I don't know, did Bill Tyndall deliver any of you guys? He was my great uncle. So.
Would you be willing to have somebody come in and like?
Yeah, that's.
Seen it one time and.
It's kind of I'm gonna take a new approach. So I thought my first approach was gonna work out differently. I haven't been out to the property, but I had a conversation and I think that, like I said, talk to my mother and, yeah, I'm gonna take a new.
So are you gonna handle getting somebody to get it mowed, or do you want us to bring it upon the board to have that done?
That's necessary that's what I think we have we have the means to take care of that without having the county get involved. It's just been I said, I haven't had a chance to, so I don't live here. I've got kids and I thought we were gonna make some trips out to try to have this discussion and
How about a certain family member that lives next or not too far down the road from there? Would he be willing to help? I think you know who I'm talking about. He's a buddy of mine.
yeah.
He would.
I just think I'm gonna hire someone to come in and do it. I just think it's just
Would be appreciated.
a simpler way.
Basically do what we would do, only do it on
And
your time, yeah.
yeah. So I'm tired of driving down here for
If you're willing to do that, then I would move to continue to give you time to do that.
if you would, like I said, I just kind of thought it would take care of itself after a couple conversations, but I mean, quite frankly, with my law practice, I could be doing a lot more productive things. Yeah, I could just pay to have this done and it would be probably more cost effective for me.
I bet.
So, my mom's not gonna chip in, I'll probably just figure it out. So I don't know if you guys know any lawn services and.
I can get you a list. Yeah.
You volunteered once, you won't volunteer again? We have a motion to,
I'd say if it's not done, by next month, then we'll do it for you.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that.
we have a motion to continue to monitor in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you, sir.
Would you like me to reach out to you with that list or?
Yeah,
Yep, I'll call you or something. Do you have an email? I don't know if I ever got your email. Okay.
Next case is Michael Sonday, 2023-35, page 2.
These are all.
2025-32.
2023-35, page 2 on old.
All right.
There's some pictures from June. That was I did speak with Mike. That was from a storm.
The barn falling?
Yep. Okay. Yep. I'll try to get, yeah. And these are from June. Junk and trash side there. There's July. He's made some progress. You'll note here that the dead spots in the grass is where some vehicles that were in violation were. There's 3 right here, almost 4, but to the right, center, to the left, and then 1 right in front of there. So he has made some progress with some vehicles there. He's been keeping up with the mowing. Some other issues that he's dealt with were a big log pile that was
Right there.
right there. That was in I think that had some tall grass and weeds in it. He's removed that and dealt with that. And then he got rid of another piece of equipment or something that was right there by the roller. But still has some progress to go, but he has made progress since June.
This is in the process right now around the barn, and again, like this is, can't see it from the road at all, but, we've been over that, but no, it's been, like you guys said before, section at a time, and I wanted to get a lot of the big stuff out of the yard, and that, of course, that's all mowed right there to the pile. Some plastic barrels cleaned up from there. Yeah, and those things that what was a fifth wheel, rest of the fifth wheel trailer was there, and it's gone finally. But yeah, now that all that's cleaned up, the next focus is working periodically around the barn, and then of course the new project is the collapse barn.
Mike, have you taken advantage of the voucher system that we just talked about earlier?
I don't really need it. I've got access to a dumpster at work, but a lot of this is metal and I'm scrapping it and a little bit at a time and sorting things out. The main thing to me was getting those big items
out of the way. And so now my focus is, even last night I worked some on this area right here, and it's just a little bit at a time working around the barn. Because again, like I said before, my goal is to clean all that up. Anyways, besides this going on for me, because I'm gonna try to get a new roof on that barn, the big barn, before wintertime comes around. So, yeah, and there's, of course, I've had other projects with the house going on, drywall and stuff, and then, of course, working like crazy and a heart attack and all that stuff, but we won't talk about that. So
We appreciate, I understand this board understands how this all got started by a rip with a neighbor.
Yeah.
But you have done a tremendous amount of work and thank you for that.
Right.
Continue to do that.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think if we ever get to the point where we can dismiss this, it'll.
Oh, yeah.
be a problem.
Right. And I do have a question about that last letter. When I heard you talking about with them, with the abatement or whatever, what does that actually mean? Because that last. last, Okay. see the problem. Right. And there's no need for any of that. I mean, because this is all my stuff, and over time, it was, being, and like I said before, me being way off the road and not a problem, like a lot of the vehicles before that was there was when this first started, were not one even mine. They were friends of mine. And I was like, hey, can I have this over here? Yeah, well, no problem. And I think over time it just accumulated, and then because of that one deal, it became a case. So
I I think I appreciate all that you've done, and
right, and it's for it's also for me too. It's just I've got different.
got a nice piece of property here. If you could clean it up.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and of course, we've got, it's a lot of change over the years, off and on, and I do have nice aerial photos of everything, like from years, over the years, and my boys are even like, "Hey, let's get it looking like that again." I'm like, yeah, I was like, but it's like, it takes time, but it's for that also. And we discussed that they're not in these pictures, but I was talking to you, Ben, about those tanks. I was talking about I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, we talked about that, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of those completely. They're cut down now, not all the way, but that one is cut down, and I'm gonna go ahead and just ditch the whole plan. So, and then a lot, of course, all these grills and stuff, I've got a dump trailer, and I've been, just like in the evenings, I've got a short period of time in the evenings to do what I can. And, like last week, I think 2 of the evenings the time I got home from work, I was on the mower for like 5.5 minutes, and it just started pouring down rain. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Nice all day long while I'm at work, and I get home and I've got weather. But, so a little bit at a time, like all these grills, all that, they're going to scrap. And I've got, just over the weekend, I did sort some of the things out that I already had in the scrap trailer. So now I'm, to get stainless and aluminum out. So now I can just dump steel in there, and I'm probably taking it to Morristown. So
any comments from the board?
Yes, I've talked to Kevin. We feel like he's back on track and doing a good job. If you'll continue to do this, I would vote to make a motion that we suspend that monthly fine. Because I think we did that because we didn't feel like anything was happening.
And some of the things when there was a period of time when it was the health issues and weather, and it wasn't because I didn't care, because even when I wasn't getting anything done, it was bothering me that I need to get out there and do this. And
We have a motion to stop the fine and
Continue to
monitor. And I have a second. First and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
So just continue what you've done,
Right.
and we'll not get waylaid,
Catch up next month, and
It sounds like we're gonna see a lot of progress right here.
oh, yeah, because that's the focus point is right there. And
Our focus is to get into 25 and get out of 23s and 22s and 24 things.
well, and like that, it's it doesn't seem to me like it's been, but a lot of things have happened between then and now. And,
Thanks for,
yeah, so what's that?
thank you for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, this looks terrible close up. Yeah, literally.
I told you, Mike, I had to.
Been there before too, like from the house to this is far away. Of course, from the road, you can't see any of this at all. So, my own little private
Good.
spot. So, okay.
Get out of here.
Thank you, thank you.
Next case is Jerry Nugent, 2024-30, the following case.
That's the guy that. Good morning. Let us look at the pictures here.
Start with June. Tall grass, weeds, inoperable vehicles. And due to that recent injury, wasn't doing very much in May to June. It's still June, here's July. Not a lot of change, noticed. Still the same stuff there in the backyard there. Same pile there, still there. And then the side, still tall grass and weeds, same stuff is there from before. Really no change there.
Okay.
So
Introduce yourself, please.
nice to meet you all. My name's Madeline Garcia. I'm the attorney for Jerry Nugent. I know I've been here once before, I think back in April it was. So Mr. Nugent did get out this weekend. As many of you are aware, he did have a pretty severe burn. Actually got it from trying to clean up the yard back in May. So that was right before, I think, our May hearing, and then was skipped over for the June hearing. So he just got cleared with no restrictions after the 8-week recovery. He has been returned to work and is working full time. So trying to fit in the cleanup around his work schedule. He was able to get out this weekend though, and I would say made pretty significant progress. And I did print out photos. I also emailed them to Jody just to have a record of them, but if I could distribute those. Thank you so much. So you'll see in these photos, different angles. That one on the side, you'll see that he has done mowing, taken care of a significant amount of the weeds, particularly in the front yard. And then the biggest progress that was made, in my opinion, was removal of about at least 10 tractors is what he estimated. He did have somebody come and pick them up. He did also gather other junk that was in the back of the property up to the front garage area. And that is awaiting another, I think the same individual, but another trailer full that will come and take the rest of that stuff. Along the fence line, he did clear a little bit of those twigs. There is a little bit more, but he did mow very close to that fence line. And I noticed a lot of that, like limbs, dead leaves, branches were removed. That you'll see like the tractor in that photo was also removed from the property. He was recovering for that period of time, did pay someone to mow while he was away. He mentioned they didn't do as thorough of a job as he wished they would have done. So that's why he did get at it this weekend, try to clean up again. And the current issue, just to give context of his medical status, still dealing with wearing the medical sleeve on the arm, dealing with swelling, and he is taking breaks at work, so kind of on an accommodations path at work, but expecting it to take about twice the time, as he has to take about 45-minute breaks between half an hour to 45 minutes of work when he's even using the push mower. But he is making progress. The swelling is expected to continue about 6 to 8 months is what he's been told. So he is working in context of that, but definitely hoping to continue this progress and get that additional junk cleaned up by that man with the trailer before the weather gets cold again.
Thank you for the work you've done. And I think if you keep on this path, you'll have it taken care of, so.
We made a comment last month because we did give him some time because of the injury. And we noticed he was even doing work when he shouldn't have been doing. So we understand that and we appreciate it.
Can I say something?
Yep.
All right, I paid somebody while I was off because I wasn't allowed to do anything, which sucks, but it's true. And that's the way they let it go. I, oh, that was like shit. And I don't do that.
We understand what you're doing and we appreciate it. Looking at these news photos, you've come a long way.
A long way. We
Thank you.
really,
Yeah.
We got one track. I don't think that's too much to ask.
No, not at all.
I got rid of all of them, but one of them I wanted to keep, so I kept.
What you're calling the tractors, is that the Cub Cadet mowers or something? It's what you're calling tractors, is that the lawnmowers?
No, they're not long, they're garden tractors.
Okay.
It's international or heavy duty or.
I've got a few more things that, like she said, that sit in front of the garage. That we run out of room on the trailer and I'm kind of at his mercy. Because there's not a lot I can do yet, my hand swells up. They did me to burn trash in a moment. And it's
Wise.
You'll get rid of the other trash piles. And that thing got. It did good.
Your attorneys went over all this and we appreciate that. That's the board want to do.
in my estimation, you keep it up. You're in good graces with us. But we still need to go just a teeny bit further. So I move that we continue to monitor and hopefully next month we can get this thing taken care of.
Absolutely.
We have a motion to continue to monitor in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
May need a break. 5 minute bathroom break.
That was a lot.
That was
It's just the beginning.
10:15. All right.
And I noticed the board's patience is running thin. You know, especially these cases keep going and all the excuses and.
All right, well, let's jump in. Jump in and get James Hooper here. June, loaders. I don't need to explain it. Here's July. You can just see it. Yeah. So this loader here, that was here, is moved over here. The abatement went through. Abatement period is over. Still stuff here. If you read my notes, on July 1st, I spoke with Rusty Pettit about the situation. That the board voted to start the abatement process. He advised me he had already purchased the vehicles from Bill Anderson, and if we abated the property, he was going to sue us. At least about the situation that we would have about thinking how to continue. I spoke with Bill Anderson. He said that at the time, this is the 14th, that nothing had been moved out yet and that there was no money switched hands from Rusty to Bill. When I was there, I didn't really see any vehicles that have been removed on the 17th. I did note yesterday, it looked like there may have been some tracks in the yard, something driving back there, but I don't know what. But from 17th, when I was there, everything basically was still there, other than that loader that was right there, which was the working one, the operable one. It had just been moved on to the west of this red truck. So with what was said, Rusty, and what Bill had said, we're not sure
Rusty's
what.
still on our board,
He's on the advisory committee.
on the advisory still. Okay.
So can we diffuse a situation by sending a notice to Rusty saying you've got X number of days to get said vehicles out of here or we will pay?
It's not really a party to this particular case, because he's a third party, I guess, that's somewhat involved, but.
He said he would sue the district. Could he have anything to stand on?
I think, who said they were gonna sue was Bill?
No, it was Rusty.
Rusty said he was.
Rusty said he would sue us if we took anything out of the property.
But no money has changed hands.
That's what Bill told me. Bill is the active, the take care of the property since Mr. Hooper has died.
So I
So
was wondering if we could send a notice to Rusty saying, hey, you've got a month to get it out there. I don't know if that would be appropriate.
Ultimately, it's on the property owner. So I don't know that he would have standing at this point unless he can show somehow that he owns some of the property, but I guess to David's point, if we wanted to send something to him stating the.
Bring a little phone call and say, look,
They phone call and
I talked to him at his facility about it. But go ahead, Jody. I mean.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, if we wanted to send a letter saying, to the extent you have any ownership in any personal property on this particular property, you have X number of days to remove it, otherwise we will be abating.
Can we do that?
Sure.
I think
That would make it
coming from Jody.
cleaner. Yeah.
this is getting very complicated very fast.
Oh, no. Well,
Well,
and-
somebody that's supposed to be friend of the board.
Well, does everybody know Rusty here?
Yeah,
Okay. So when he said it to me, you can only imagine.
how he said it.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
I was taking, I was not expecting it, so I was kind of taken aback for just a minute. And it did diffuse after a few minutes, but I was not expecting that dialogue, so.
Hey, Ben, can you send me the case notes on this?
Yes. I will.
Their
Yep.
timeline?
So then do we need?
You want case notes? Sorry. I couldn't see it. You couldn't go back and read.
You know, stop by at the file.
That's fine, that's fine. I mean, whatever, I'll see if I can print it off.
So what does the board need to do here?
Should we then delay the abatement for
About have to.
specified time?
At this point, I would advise at least continuing it for a month to see, so I can get the letter to Rusty and.
The other issue that Lisa and I were talking about is that Rusty's gonna take the stuff that Bill had already said or written on there to say go. Like the vehicles and stuff that he wants. The other stuff that's still in violation, which is like the thousands of tires, well, maybe hundreds of tires.
I say that.
And all the other propane tanks that I took a picture of and all the other stuff, he may not get. So it may be where I'm not saying he's gonna do this, but may cherry pick what he wants and then leaves the rest of it, for us to clean up, so.
But to me, it looks like anything he takes is helping us, isn't it? I mean, I don't know if
Should
there's
be
any,
helping him, should be helping Bill.
I
Yeah,
don't know if there's any huge value in vehicles that I see, so.
Scrap prices, but still.
So we're just gonna pause the abatement
And just continue.
and just continue
And send the letter.
and send the letter.
That's our first motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Nope, they don't. Oh, yeah, I did. Well, not all of it. Close enough.
okay. Mr. Robinson here, June. A lot of progress. That was noted, a lot of stuff, a lot of cleanup, looking really good. I thought by this month he would be ready to be dismissed, not quite, close. Spoke with Darren, he's done some more. You'll notice that back here by the green Ford, he's got a trailer full of stuff ready to be removed. Some tall grass and weeds that need to be addressed. And then there is still, behind this silo thing, there's another load that's ready to go that Darren and his crew, I believe, are gonna get to soon. I didn't have a timeline on it, but Darren has already done a lot for Mr. Robinson. There's more to go, but you can see this area here there's a lot of progress. Even though it's a little blurry, there's been a lot of progress in this spot. From when I first took over, this area was pretty bad and it's not nearly like it used to be. So I'm assuming that by August that this case should be dismissed.
When the pool come in.
Lisa and I were talking about the same
Who
thing.
uses the pool?
Oh,
Is that the back?
so I did find out he does have a lady friend that's there.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. And when I was there, she showed up and all of a sudden she gets in the pool while Jerry and I are talking. And I'm just kind of like, okay, oh, whatever.
Good for Jerry.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hot, you need a pool, there you
I
go.
didn't know if they were using it to wash off before they went back over.
Continue.
Yeah.
I move to continue.
Second.
Motion and a second to continue. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
There's the Grub residence there, 301 West Washington in Fairland, June. tall grass and weeds, trash, July. Tall grass and weeds, July. I did speak with, Mr. Grubb. I sent him an email, pictures, updated pictures. He had said that the property, or the guy that was living there had said that he got it cleaned up. I sent him pictures of from my cell phone to him showing that he hadn't. He said he was gonna have it taken care of by Friday. The board already ordered the abatement. I said, if you can get it done by Friday, it won't be abated. Last I checked, it was not done. So today, that's another property that Steve and I are gonna go out to look at and start on soon.
So Friday
Of this past week, yes.
and you obviously drove by it probably the day.
I drove by it. I didn't drive by it yet this morning. I will, but this is as of Friday. So that you'll still notice that there's still tall grass and weeds back here on there. The backyard is still very tall. This is very tall. And this picture, there's a white picture or white object right here. That's more of that broken plastic pots that's still there. So
We've already
So we
decided.
don't have to do anything.
just continue. I would say recommend to continue till the abatement is over.
Second.
Motion to continue till the abatement, first and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same, motion carried.
Here, this one's about the same, Deborah Garrett, property 209 South Edgerton, June. There's been some work on it, some tall grass and weeds still present, July, kind of the same thing, tall grass and weeds. They put a tarp over part of the pile, and they've also recently purchased a mower, I think. Still trying to figure that one out. This is another one that's already been voted to abate, and I believe we're going to start on that as well this week. The contract.
Same thing. I move to continue with the abatement.
Motion to continue. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
This is Adam Stevens, but you'll see in my notes, it's Ryan Schmidt. June, Ryan Schmidt, the new owner. This is June. A lot of stuff, which we already knew. July, did speak with Ryan, and he said, yeah, we'll get working on it. And you'll notice that they've done a lot, even though they're still there, but you can tell, look at this.
Clean out the barn.
Huge amount of progress. Huge. And there's gonna be more trash, but he's working on rehabbing the house. So in my opinion, I think he's compliant. I think my recommendation would be dismissed because there's gonna be more trash just due to him improving the house.
Move to dismiss.
Second.
Have a motion to dismiss and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried, amen. And that farm.
Oh, no.
Position.
Robert, you been getting any activity in Fairland about rats? You been getting any activity in Fairland about rats? Okay.
All right, here's
The
Michael.
meth in the trash must have killed them.
Oh, yeah, impossible. Michael Gray, here's June.
Oh,
June again, stuff, tall grass and weeds, junk. July, tall grass and weeds, some junk, RV, all this stuff. So a couple things on this one, you'll note that the tractor is hooked up to a modular, what was a modular. I did speak with the new owners of this modular as well as the one to the right of it, not to the hard right, but right next to it, behind the residence there. He's purchased both of those, and he was hoping to just be able to drag them off the property, tow them off the property, but he has found that that's not possible. He's got to disassemble all of them and then remove them. So he is working on that. I spoke with him. He's going to do his part, but the rest of it is all on Michael Gray. I also talked to someone who apparently is interested in purchasing the property, but was concerned that the liens on it might be too high. I don't know where that's gonna go, but as of the last I checked, Michael Gray still owns it and he is still in violation.
So I'm concerned about where this is going to. Is it just going down the road and gonna be a problem somewhere else?
I don't know where the other guy lives.
What did we decide? We sent a pre-abatement notice?
Yes.
I personally don't believe he's gonna make any significant progress. Do you guys?
No.
I mean, I feel like we ought to continue with the abatement. I mean, if somebody else gets them out of there before we abate, power to them.
How do we?
And it's just
What
two
stages
of them.
want to go?
Well, we talked about the modulars that they have, like they're a vehicle still, right? We talked about, yeah, so they would be a part of the abatement.
Well,
As well as
the
that.
RV,
Yeah.
the container that's sitting there on the ground is considered storage.
Mm.
I mean, that's just my,
Right.
the way my mind thinks
Right.
for Joe.
You said somebody was obviously getting ready to haul one of those out. Do we
Yes.
have again an agreement, a deal where somebody's purchased something from him and he's gonna get sideways with us if we haul it out or we abate it before he hauls it out?
Well, I usually try and go with Steve and tell him this is what goes and stuff. So I would just make sure that this and this, since I've spoken with the guy and I know which one's going, then I would just make sure that Steve didn't take
Okay.
those and then.
And I'd be in favor of proceeding with the abatement, provided those end up being gone.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you trust the guy that's taking the stuff away.
You know, I mean, I've never met him in person, but I've spoken with him twice on the phone. He seems legit.
Okay.
So there's obviously something going on.
Yes, and that's what I mean, that he's disassembled at least the one. Again, that's not Michael doing it, that's this other guy,
Yeah.
so.
So we have a motion to continue the abatement and a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. This new owner's phone number, by the way.
Yes, well, that's the new of the, that's Nathan Yu, the one.
All right. We refer to Jody on this case.
It has been filed. We're just waiting. Right now, there's a certain period of time that Moore's had to respond or answer to the complaint, and then it will likely be set for hearing. So we're just waiting on that.
So when the hearing's all done and it's ordered abated, are we still back to having a problem with him being, is he the one that threatened us?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then what?
Somebody in his family.
So we've added language in the order due to a prior case we had on another property where the sheriff's department can remove individuals if they're a threat during.
Okay.
That language been on.
Now,
This is the new picture, I didn't go into
this
this,
is
but
like somebody's been trying to clean it up.
he's been doing something. He tore down the little fence that was there, but there's still some scrap metal there that's clearly in disrepair. Tall grass and weeds, I mean, it's still a violation. Yeah, I mean, that's where we're at right now, so. I did get pictures even though we were waiting on legal, but we're still in violation.
We just need to continue and let the process happen. I'd so moved, we continue.
Second, we have a motion to continue in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Boy residents on 850 South, pictures from June.
Trying to help her.
Well, yes, actually, I found out, I thought it was his grandson, it's actually his uncle. It's a family member, whatever the case may be, it doesn't super matter. Here is July, still the same thing, tall grass and weeds, pile of trash or junk right here by the disc. Other stuff that's right here. You will notice that there are posts set right here. I spoke with the grandson, the nephew, whatever. His name is Josh Wheeler. I spoke with him yesterday. He is working on building a structure to house all the stuff that's visible. He's gonna get it all taken care of. I guess he was able to persuade his family members there to let him build the stuff and to get stuff taken care of. So they're finally gonna do that. And he said that he's hoping to get it all built and put away this week. He's a contractor. He's taking time out of his schedule to do this. From when I talked to Josh in person, he does seem to be like one of those that does the job, but he's also wanting to make sure that there's not, that his grandpa, whoever he is, doesn't slow him down.
So we just need to pause the abatement and continue to monitor.
That's what I would recommend.
That's my motion.
Second.
I have a motion to pause the abatement and continue to monitor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Tunnel here on 252. June. Trash, junk, tall grass and weeds. July, some improvement. Still some tall grass and weeds. Just see the trash bags just seem to be put somewhere else instead of being thrown away. Still same issues here. Tall grass and weeds, trash. I did send a letter, the abatement notice letter. It was returned. I've been in email communication with Amy, and I'm going to send her the notice again via the email due to the post office issues or whatever the issue was. So she has that. And then I spoke to her. I also noted what the reason was, so she's clear on it. Again, last I knew was that she's not living here and that her renter was, but the tenant was supposed to be evicted, but clearly has not been. So that's where we're at right now.
Also, do we need to continue it for another month to give you time for the emailer and?
I mean, for her to have that notice, because she's not had a chance to look at the pre-abatement notice yet. I would say so. I hate to
One
delay
month.
that, but that's where we're all
Second.
we are.
So what's the motion to continue to monitor
For 1 month, yeah.
for one more month? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
List Burton here on 900 South. June. All grass and weeds, junk, trash, inoperable vehicles, tires. There's July, not a lot of change observed, still the same thing. All grass, weeds, tires, junk, same stuff. I did speak with them, not this time, but the time before about the voucher program. I think they did call about it. I don't know if they actually redeemed it.
Haven't seen it redeemed.
Okay. Every time I've spoken with them at the property, they said they're gonna work on it. And it looks like they take one step forward and 2 or 3 steps back. I'm not sure what's going on. Some of this is toys, and that's not included in it, or a pool or something, but the other one was a recliner that's on its side that, in my opinion, clearly does not belong outside. You'll see that. I think that's a recliner.
Looks like it's gonna get burned.
Yes, yeah. So there's a lot here. Again, she inherited it, so it was already a mess, but it doesn't seem like they're wanting to clean up the mess. It seems like
So,
they're kind of
but she did get the vouchers, but she's not redeeming it.
Correct.
Send her a pre-abatement notice just to light a fire. I go by there a lot. It's
Yeah.
And the case started when?
March, right?
They haven't done anything since March.
Nothing since March.
Okay, since March.
Not a ton.
even though she's.
Yeah, they're, I mean, a little bit right in the beginning, I think, but
Pre-abatement notice.
I move we send pre-abatement notice.
We have a motion and a second to send a pre-abate notice. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Hey, here's the Dunn property here in Fairland. There's June pictures, tall grass and weeds, junk. Junk on the front porch. Here's July. About the same thing, tall grass and weeds, some junk. I really don't see any progress from the month before. He was making steady progress. I'm not sure what happened. I know that
He went to help a buddy, but.
he was helping a buddy. Yeah, he was helping a buddy, which we have a case against. But that property, the other property hasn't had any significant change on it either. So I'm not sure what's going on with this one.
A lot of improvement.
And then,
So at one point, we thought there had been a lot of improvement, looks like.
Yeah, so from May to June, I think there was a decent amount. And then from June to July, there's not been anything. So, because originally there were multiple vehicles that were inoperable. One was impounded, that were disrepair.
for tires and.
Tires
And stuff, yeah.
right here on the right, which is not there now, but
Are these vehicles here, we're seeing a concern, or are they
they were fine the last I checked.
He said the use of the green one piling snow.
all we're concerned about is the junk and all?
Yeah, I mean, all around.
Yep.
Okay.
The front porch still has stuff on it, TVs and different things.
Move to send them a pre-abatement notice.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to send pre-abate notice. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Here's Fountain Town Properties, June, pictures, tall grass and weeds. Trailer that trailer has since been impounded, tall grass and weeds, July, same thing, no change. At this point, we're just waiting on the abatement period to end, which it did. And again, it is a property that is ready to go as of yesterday. And it's another one that Steve and I will be going by and looking at tackling, so.
Steve needs to hire some help.
One of his guys just went on a week vacation, so he's not able to do as much as he probably could. So.
Continue pre-abate or continue to abate?
Second.
We have a motion to continue to the abate and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Norma Sanders here on 1100 North. Here's June. Trash, junk, tall grass and weeds. July, there's been some progress. Still some tall grass and weeds, still some stuff that needs to be taken care of underneath the carport there. That's where we're sitting, so.
Yeah, so
Then it stated the contractor come to clean the property up.
Yeah, and they did some cleanup. The pictures from before, I don't know, from June, they may not show, but the east side of the property was covered in like inoperable vehicles, trash, junk, all that has been cleaned up, all of that is gone. So there's been a lot of progress. There's still a few things that need to be taken care of. But from when the case started to today, there's been significant cleanup. The picture may just have been cut off here from when I had it, taken, but just to the east of here was really bad, and it's not that way now. So I would recommend to continue, and I'll try and talk to her again.
I make a motion that we continue to monitor.
Second. A motion to continue to monitor and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, Tina Harmon, here in June. Grass and weeds, junk, inoperable vehicle, July, same thing. Again, this is a picture from the 17th. I don't have, unfortunately, have pictures yet for what happened yesterday, but the abatement was completed yesterday. The RV, of course, is gone. All the tall grass and weeds have been cleaned up per the contractor. And as soon as I get pictures, then we'll have it closed out. But as of these pictures, it's not done yet. So, but as of yesterday, I didn't get all the, I have not had my pictures taken of the abatement complete, but that's where we are.
Yeah, continue to monitor for 1 more month.
Second.
Motion to continue to monitor, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Michael Hubbard here, Hazelwood North Drive, June. Junk, lots of junk, lots of junk.
Man.
This is the same one that the owner came last month and said that he was gonna have it all cleaned up. It's not the owner that's doing it, it's his son-in-law, whatever. Here's July. There's been some cleanup, but there's still quite a bit there. There's, like I said, there's been some stuff, but he said he was gonna have it all done, and it's not all done. And that's where we're sitting right now.
He did make some progress.
Yes.
We can give him another month. You feel like that?
I get what the honor on this, and that property was never like that.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
This is in a pretty crowded neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a nice, I mean, it's a nice neighborhood that I think I had 2 complaints. Actually, this one I had 5 complaints. That was the big one. This one I got multiple complaints from residents as well as a realtor.
Yeah.
The realtor was like, I'm showing a house. This is terrible.
I think since he showed a little bit of progress, continue to monitor but if not significantly, then we'll just have to take more steps.
I'd second that.
Have a motion to continue to monitor, looking for some progress, and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Samantha Cravens, 304 East Main Street, June. Tall grass and weeds, trash, July. It's been cleaned up. It's actually just been purchased by a flipper. He's gonna, do a lot of work to it, and then I don't know if he's gonna sell it or he's gonna rent it. But at this point, it's compliant.
Move to dismiss.
I'll second that motion.
I appreciate those motions. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Wesley Smith down on 950 South. Pictures from June, from July. Still some more to go. There's June. That's okay.
People are illegally dumping on this, or is this?
No, this is his house. He had a new roof done, and then the ones that did the work left a lot of the stuff in the yard. But some of that stuff was still there when I went by there. He had done a lot of work. Then he had a medical or a family emergency he had to take care of last month. But there's been some progress made, but there's still quite a bit to go.
I think we give them another month. I move that we continue.
A motion to move to continue in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Peggy Montarsi here on Asbury Road. Tall grass and weeds, junk. Basically just a dumping site for people to illegally dump tall grass and weeds. Again, she does not live here. She lives in, I believe, Wisconsin. Same issues. She did call me yesterday. I was on the office. She called me right about 5 o'clock. And I had a chance to call her back, but pre-abatement notice was sent about this. And there's been no change. So I am going to return her phone call, but
You have not yet actually.
I have not yet. No. She called. I was out of the office already yesterday. I was in the field for most of the day. And when she called,
Continue with abatement. I move we continue with abatement.
Continue with the abatement. Second. Have a motion to continue with abatement. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Motion carried.
Harvey Woodall here on Main Street in Flat Rock. Here's June pictures, tall grass and weeds. July, it's been abated and is compliant.
We had a conversation about this property as far as the extra fees and all that. Where do we stand with that?
So I'll be asking the board of directors to release our lien so it can go to tax sale. So, and Robert, do you recall their timeline on that?
October is, I believe, the tax sale, and then they said February they'll do the commissioner's certificate sale, where they remove all liens, because they won't remove my lien from tearing down the house.
There
Until,
was a house there originally.
yeah, that's what started you guys mowing it. The guy up a hill, I think he passed. He kept it mowed for years. And then, no, because he doesn't live there any longer.
The guy up the hill wants to buy it. Though.
Yeah,
No, he's down the street.
Oh, down.
Yeah.
So
This once.
This guy right here with the garage here on the right, that's the guy that wants to buy. His last name is Taggart. And they want to buy this lower part. So.
Good for the county, get two bidders.
And we,
What?
Actually, he lives down the street. He bought it once.
Well, I'm just telling you, this guy that I'm talking about.
Because the guy up the hill used to mow it.
This is
He was an old man, older.
This isn't, no, this guy's not, this guy is probably maybe 50.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's old,
I
but
think he bought it once.
no.
And then he didn't follow through the 120 days getting the judge, and so he lost that money. I think it was $1,000 he paid for it.
as far as we're concerned, can we dismiss?
Dismiss it.
I so move.
Second.
Have a motion to dismiss and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Aaron Loy, 950. Tall grass and weeds. It was sent for abatement. And that's June. The issue was that there was still tall grass and weeds that were not completed. It was taken care of prior to the abatement actually being ready. And it needs to be mowed again. So I did talk to Steve yesterday about getting that done. He's going to do it again soon. I don't know when, but soon. So.
This is another one. We tore a house down and you guys inherited, unfortunately. I don't know if it's conflict if I can go to the certificate sale and buy these properties.
Let me know when the next one is. Maybe we'll all get involved.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. This is a nice piece of property at Pleasant View right here.
Could you rebuild on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But whoever owns it,
He just walked away. He tore the house down, it got termite damage, and he just walked away from it.
Our liens are being paid on this one though.
They are.
There's a mortgage. Mhm.
So the bank's paying all the
Yeah.
taxes on it? Cool.
Kind of strange.
They must have paid ours then. I have to look into that one.
currently, is it able to dismiss? Or,
No, unfortunately, no.
okay,
I'd love to say yes.
They're
but
still,
no.
they still have to abate it, yeah.
Well,
Oh, they
so so Steve abated it early.
Yeah.
He, on his own, was like, or he even said, he's like, well, Lisa said something about doing it. That Lisa never told him to do it. Yeah, the timeline never came up. He did it early. He's not gonna get paid for this one.
As long as the bank's paying the liens.
Well, yeah, so.
Detail, just minor details.
Yeah. So this one, he just needs to mow it again and then it'll be done.
I move that we continue to monitor.
Second, have a motion and continue, second, and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Same thing here, St. Pete Road, tall grass and weeds. Had been partially mowed the last time. Here's July, same thing, tall grass and weeds, not been mowed. It was ready to go. As of yesterday, it was mowed, it wasn't completed, so I don't have pictures yet, but same thing, continue till I get the pictures done. So,
Continue to monitor.
The neighbor called me on this one. They want to buy it too. They're waiting for the sale.
Motion to continue and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Move the tunnel.
Mr. Jones here on Amos Road. Yeah, it is a county case. Tall grass and weeds, junk, inoperable vehicles. You name it, here we are. That's back in May, I'm sorry. That's when the case started. There's July. There's been some progress, but this is a picture from, he's put up a fence. You can see this fence on the left-hand side. Still a lot of stuff there. I could not assess if the vehicle, that white transit van, was actually still in violation or not, due to not being able to get into the property.
Further on that property is sold.
But there's still tall grass and weeds, still a large amount of junk on the property. When I was there the first time, there were several rodents and other animals that greeted me while I was there. And that was one of the main complaints from surrounding neighbors, was that there's a large amount of rodents that are coming from the property and going into their properties, including the new one to the north, the new community to the north.
Oh. See, July 17th, we said it's compliant. Is that right? Am I looking at the right one, Stuart?
No, we're at the,
Okay,
2025.
okay, never mind.
So we still continue to monitor.
I think it needs to be.
So he did make some progress.
There's been some progress, yes. There's still quite a bit there to go. And the other thing with, the fence that's locked, there's only so much that I can verify. And the road, from the road, I don't know if I had a good picture or not, but that from the road, Amos Road, yeah, you can't see back here, but the front still had tall grass and weeds on it as of this last date. So there's still issues.
Are you able to communicate with him?
I will try and reach out again to him and talk to him.
I guess I would say to continue, but we need to see some real progress.
I'll second that.
We will, a motion to continue looking for tremendous progress, and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Right.
Carried.
But Trumbull County.
There's Stewart here on 350 West. There's June, tall grass and weeds, non-registered vehicle. Not a lot here, just a little bit. July is compliant at this point. It's mowed, trimmed, all the vehicles are properly registered. Looks good. So
I heard a
Move to
motion.
dismiss.
Second.
Motion to dismiss and a second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Jessica Middleton here in Waldron. This is a case I was sent from Robert. Tall or junk, trash, tall grass and weeds. There's July. There's been some progress. That pile is gone. Still some trash there, tall grass and weeds, tall grass and weeds. Some other stuff. Some of that's toys, but then there's some other stuff that's back there, tall grass and weeds. Box of trash box that's over here.
Robert, what? Did you get a phone call on this and you just referred it back to here? Or?
Well, I went to this and the babysitter came to the door and she said, this lady works nights. Well, the neighbor this way is saying, look, this has been here since February. This, she called about the junk. And what was it? Mattresses bin.
Yeah.
Bedding, and there's a pile, a pretty big pile there. And said, hey, clean it up. And went back again, a month later, the lady called neighbor. Long story short, I go, well, I told the babysitter, it's going to tell that lady, it's going to solid waste. They're going to start fining you at this point, because it's been going on since February. She's had plenty of time to get somebody in there.
Got a pre-abatement notice.
Have send a pre-abate notice first and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
E&V Properties here, Michigan Road. Tall grass and weeds, multiple inoperable, non-registered vehicles. This is again from June. That was the initial case. Picture of the comparing to the neighbor's yard there. Here's July. Grass has been mowed, still multiple vehicles. He works on other people's, he's a mechanic, works on other people's cars. This is his work truck that he works out of, but he goes places and does work, and then he has some of it brought home. And so the vehicle that was back here that I had tagged, it's been removed. There has been some progress. The grass has been mowed. There's still more to go. I believe that there's some of these vehicles that are ready to be impounded. I need to do some more research on it, but that's where we're sitting right now.
So you're thinking those vehicles were ones he's working on, or?
Well, some of them he was selling, and some of them were other people's that he was working on, and some of them were just, I guess, his. But I tagged several of them.
Does he, I mean, he's not zoned for business.
It's residential, yeah, it's all residential right there.
Oh. Then does it fall out of our area and into?
Well, so I've been in contact with Desiree, not about this case, but about other cases. And she has said, if there's a case that comes up, do we want to have a case? Do we want her to open up a case too, or just us handle it? And so this is one of the cases that we could do. We could say, hey, we could send it to them, but they have the same violation that we do, is that they say you can't just park cars for an extended amount of time on your grass. Like, that they have that in their, rules too. So I don't know. I'm not sure what we want to do with this one. This is just, like I said, this is one of a couple that probably would fit going over to her, or I think she wants us to handle it. That's the vibe I've gotten so far.
Well, I'd like for Jody to do all this too, but I'm still here.
So.
And it can be simultaneous. It's not just either or, it can be both.
Yeah.
Yes.
Robert, would you like somebody to do your job?
Yeah. I had to serve a warrant this morning, so before I came here, I was lucky to get here at 9. But if I could push it to you guys.
I'm just saying that I know that she had a case that she wanted me to handle first. And which is great. I'm happy to do that. This is one of those that you know, we can do the cars, or she can do the cars, and they've already tagged the cars. If they're still in violation after I do my research, then I can impound them. I mean, it's already past the 20 days, so I'm fine with doing that.
Continue to monitor, I mean, we continue to monitor.
We have a motion to continue to monitor and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
We'll see what you come up with.
He's on. He blows me away.
Something.
Got more, is that it?
Well, we have a bunch of repeat cases.
Oh.
Okay, that's all the old cases.
What happened to Mr. Black down on 252?
Yeah, that was dismissed a while back.
What?
You come more often to the meetings.
It doesn't appear like anything different.
I know. Well, yeah. So, the Stone case here on 800 South, Jody and I were in court a couple weeks ago about it. Would you like to speak to that? I've done a lot of speaking already.
Steve, another complaint, and we had a prior order, permanent injunction against the Stones that if there were any future violations, we could just seek contempt of that order. So we filed a motion for rule to show cause and a hearing was held. And unbeknownst to Ben and I, they had cleaned up property, we think, that morning, because Ben had been by the night before and had pictures. We had compliance issues, and then Ashley on her phone had pictures from dated like 8:30 or 9 that morning before the hearing, and it looked good. So I don't know why they waited until the morning of the hearing to clean it up, but
Yeah.
it did appear that they brought it into compliance.
So we still have legal costs now, correct? That should be charged to Stone Fair. Am I wrong? I mean, you guys went to all the work.
I mean, we could put a lien for the legal costs. That's not an issue.
I mean,
As
I'm
far
not,
as the court didn't issue a ruling because they had brought it into compliance. So
court says quit wasting my time.
Well, it felt, to me, I felt so bad because I'm like, honestly, I went the night before, I even got pictures on my cell phone, showed Jody, and then the next morning, it's like, how is this possible? No. But I mean,
hey, it's clean.
Yeah. It is. Okay.
All right.
We need a,
Some new cases that are repeat cases that we'll need to discuss. First one being Jonathan Myers, 2025-33. Page 2 of the new cases.
Show the pictures here in just a second. So this is the initial case. Junk, trash, tall grass and weeds, inoperable vehicles. Yeah, quite a bit of stuff here. I tagged the vehicles there. I've been in contact with Jonathan about getting stuff cleaned up. He said he's gonna work on it. He's worked on some of it. But there's quite a bit here. This is the.
Is he running the house off a generator? Back up the page. Right there, right by the pool.
he's heating the pool.
Yeah, well, maybe he's heating the pool. Okay.
So you'll notice that some of the pictures are time stamped the wrong date. I had an issue with my camera and had to take some more pictures and all that stuff. So, yeah, so there's quite a bit of stuff there. He's done some stuff, but there's a lot there. Yeah.
Wow.
And this is a repeat case.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, but he just collects stuff.
Never actually had a chance to meet him in person yet. I've talked to him on the phone several times. He tells me, which a lot of people so will say the same thing, like, I have a full-time job and I have all this other responsibilities. And I can't find the time to do this. And I feel bad for him, but I tell him, I said, yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like, I have a lot of stuff on my plate. I still have to get my stuff done too. So I encouraged him to continue and keep going, but quite a bit here. So
$100 fine's not doing anything.
So is this one of those? Do we need action on this, or because it's a new case, do we
Since it's a repeat case, you'd have to
deal with it?
need to take action.
I can be 2 days.
Yeah.
I move we send a pre-abate notice.
We have a motion to pre-abate and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
He doesn't have time, we'll
We'll
find time.
Yeah, we find time.
Will Hoggett, on 700 West. Tall grass and weeds, a lot of tall grass and weeds. Apparently the guy is a loner and doesn't leave his house very often, doesn't really talk to much people, doesn't really talk to his brother. I did speak with his brother. He was the fire chief for Greenwood for years, just recently retired, so he's a upstanding member of society, and he said that his brother inherited the house and doesn't really do much with it. I spoke with, I heard that the township trustee, Lyle Lepper, had this case as well. I spoke with him. He had also been having the same issue and doing the same thing we were doing, with taking the case on, having it mowed by Steve, and then putting that on his taxes. Well, Lyle didn't know that we were doing it now too, so he's going to quit doing that, send it all his stuff to me. This is one of the ones that he did. All that to say, recently Steve Moore told me that Doyle had reached out to him, which is kind of shocking because Doyle's not talking to anybody, and had paid Steve to mow the property. I've not been by to see if it was mowed yet or not, but there's a lot of moving parts. Lyle was doing it for a while, and then Steve didn't do it for Lyle, Steve didn't complete the job for Lyle, and it was sent to me. And now maybe Steve has done it per Doyle's request. So that's where we're sitting right now. Last time I was there, this is what it looked like. And this is just one piece of it. There's the driveway comes up here on the left, kind of curves back to the back of the house. And on the back of the house is the same thing, tall grass and weeds. It kind of goes down a hill. And then somewhere in there, I guess I was told there's inoperable vehicles as well. But I tried to make contact with him. There was no contact.
They say he reached out to our contractor to mow.
That's what Steve told me. He told me that
He was in a relationship with this guy and was getting paid by him to mow it. I didn't know Lyle was paying.
I heard that Lyle was paying Steve to do it.
Yeah, that's the first I've heard. He's had to talk to Steve more about that.
I move to continue, and we'll give you a chance to see if it's actually been done.
A motion to continue in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. This is not a repeat case.
So this is not a repeat case. This is since it's owned by a different company, but we all know what that is. Again, I must,
Dustin Skillman.
yeah,
If anybody remembers in Pleasant View.
all right. There's Jesse Gephardt. This is a repeat case. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was having issues with my camera. The date's wrong. Inoperable vehicles, tall grass and weeds.
The guy that
Is this the one where the guy came in and
cleaned up all this stuff.
cleaned it all up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
know.
mean,
Instead of look nice.
it's a great job.
Here's the neighboring, he owns the same thing. So this is the 753.
The heck?
Yeah.
I mean, he had it.
Beautiful.
I know. Multiple inoperable vehicles that I had tagged. I had complaints from numerous people. The homeowner right next to him, the homeowner right across the street from him, both of them were like, this has been going on for a long time, and then it stopped and then it started again. And
Is it the same?
Yeah.
Is it the same one?
yeah, Jesse owns it, but he's not apparently the one doing the
Okay.
stuff. It's someone else. The guy I spoke to is Steve Etheridge. he's the one that's there along with, I guess, a guy, I was gonna talk to Robert about this, a guy that's living there, but there's no water.
Oh, geez.
There's no water, and the neighbor here with the White House has seen the male there outside urinating. I guess, I don't know if there's just because there's no bathroom at all or what. So she's had to look out her window at times and be like, oh, great, there he is again, you know. So, yeah, there's still, I mean, so this is ongoing again.
Oh, Lord.
And there's another case right behind this one.
Yeah, so it's 59 and 53.
They're next door, basically.
Yeah, they're right next door to each other.
All right, gentlemen.
Get me Jesse's number.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm sure he doesn't know somebody's living in there.
I mean, that's disappointing because I was impressed with him. He came in,
Well, he might not know it's gotten this bad if he lives somewhere else.
Right.
Well, I thought the way he sold it to us was he was going to do some type of stop there.
Yes.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, I mean, he was gonna make it, I mean, it looked nice, looked very professional and.
Yeah.
Now.
More like they're scrapping again, or, you know.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah.
So repeat. Okay.
I'm definitely gonna send this to Robert, so Robert's gonna do some work on this end too. So however you guys wanna handle the rest of it.
so have we actually been in contact with this guy?
I sent him a notice. I've not talked to him on the phone or anything like that.
Yeah, this is about June 30th and
I mean,
that's the first I've heard about somebody being
I think
in.
he signed for him, yeah. Most of the ones I've got back have been, yeah.
I almost feel like give him another month because he did such a good job. I don't know if he's rented it and he doesn't realize.
That's what I said. We need to talk to him.
Somebody-
If he can find the number.
Yeah.
Decided to take it on himself and live there.
Yeah.
You know,
I would move to continue for another month so we have time to contact him.
Because the one side had bathrooms and everything else. I don't know if they've taken them out.
Yeah.
Because it was a residence at one time.
Oh, it's in front of you as well.
Now it is. I just found out about it today.
Welcome.
Just found out about it.
have a first and a second to monitor it for a month until we get things sorted out.
You hear when,
All in favor, say aye.
aye, you hear when he did it the last time? He came in.
No, he was new. He's new since.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, it's like, wow, I'm impressed.
That's number new.
Yeah, another one. All right, Donald Huseman here on Tucker Road.
Yeah.
Gates. Yep. Tall grass and weeds.
That's the one that goes up for tax sale I'd like to buy too.
Right? How much do those go for usually?
Well, a tax sale, it's the lien plus
Yeah.
bidding, but certificate sale, they started out at, I think, $700 last time, but they may go up this time. Depends how many people bid against you.
Right.
But this one, the guy doesn't even live near it that keeps complaining about it.
Really?
Yeah, about the mowing. You'd think it'd be the neighbors next to it. And the lady's willing to buy it behind,
Huh?
and tried to buy it off this guy. Offered him over 3 figures on the
Wow.
property and
Is it just that little patch right?
3 acres, I believe. 2 acres or 3 acres.
Yeah, I have to look, but
But it's right there near town. You can see the fire station, the water tower fire station. Tucker Road. It's a nice area.
So was there a house there at one time?
Yeah, we tore it down, had it bid it out.
Guess we just continue. But this one's a repeat case.
I mean, I would recommend we go ahead and abate.
Yeah.
and get it mowed.
That's, I mean, if all it is the mowing, that's what I,
You did say
I don't know if he's paid taxes lately or not.
that's signed.
I'd have to
I
look.
don't know if he's paid any, because a lot of times he'll pay partial.
I don't remember.
I'd move to abate.
Second.
He's not paying anything, it'll go for
To abate the policy, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Gotta get.
Have a motion to continue all of this.
New cases do that.
I gotta get, guys, I have no other report. And Ben, if you'll send me that.
I'm glad you, well, good to see you again. Come back when you get time.
You guys changed it till Tuesday,
Oh,
which is Wednesday still.
Okay.
we need a motion to, continue to monitor the new cases. Moved. Second, all motion. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
I just remembered a note that I had for the Gephardt properties. Desiree had asked me about this one as well, and she said, I received a complaint on these properties. I believe you received a complaint on these as well. I visited the properties yesterday, noted that the fence, parking the vehicles violate zoning code. Specifically, the top of the fence does not consist of a permitted fence material. She went into what those are, and they cannot park or store vehicles on the lawn. She said that we should address the complaint regarding the property maintenance and all that stuff. And she asked if we wanted to open up a zoning complaint as well. So do we want to do that? You want me to send her a message saying, yeah, we'll take care of her stuff. And would you want to start a zoning?
If she actually thinks she needs to do one, I would say, yeah, go for it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the way she usually handles it, if we send her like one we think is in violation of the zoning ordinance, she'll take a look at it to see if they need to pursue it or not. But if they're complaint based like we are, so.
Do we need a motion to forward it to her?
I would just say,
I would make that motion that we forward it to her for zoning.
Look at our cases.
yep,
We have a motion to forward it to the zoning committee. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
so those two, and then the other one, I'll do that one as well, right? Okay.
All righty, let's see, health department had no interview. Planning commission, we talked about. Public comments, are we having fun? At least we get smiles.
Keeps coming back, we must be fun.
Well, I didn't want to make sure I didn't insult her because she wasn't here the last 2 months, I don't think.
I changed.
So that's 2.5 hours long, right?
Works last month.
Lisa, Jody, anything?
Adjourn.
Motion to adjourn? Second, all aye, say aye. Motion carried. 10 minutes later than last one.
Had that fall way in.
Oh, the wrong way.
This case is not doing less, we're getting more.
Thank you. I thought at some point we would whittle some of these down and get.
Thought we were gonna get them. I would love to get them off at least a new year. But my vote.
Kevin's gonna go search for
Now we got other departments referring each other to us.
Well, and Lyle's like, yeah, I didn't realize that the county had taken back over the tall grass and weeds. I'm gonna send you all my stuff. And then, he's like, just.
But he has a budget to do it.
Yeah, but he said his budget is shallow. He said,
that.
but
They
I'll
all
tell
say that.
all
Every
the
trustee
trustees,
says that.
they're gonna send me all their stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, all the trustees say we're broke.
Oh, now I got a haircut. I get sniggles with niggers like that.
Oh, D. That's what everybody does. Come in. Hey, good seeing you again. Take care.
Been fun, been real, but not real fun, right?
Right.
Later on, everybody.
You got it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
For the check. It was great.
I'm glad we still have.
Precious memories.
Fancier camera.
think so.
To stop recording at any time.
Yeah, it does a good job. It just keeps defaulting sometimes back to the wrong date. And I try and check it.
I
and-
just assumed you were going by with your cell phone.
Well, I would do that. Actually, I like it better because I can just send it to myself and it's a lot, but doesn't have a timestamp on it.
Yeah.
Your cell phone don't have a timestamp?
Well, it doesn't print off like this does. I could pull that up. I could pull up the time, the date.
Put it on.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a button in that phone somewhere that you could push it would cause that to change, but
maybe,
but it also pull up your phone.
maybe. It's possible. It's possible.
Thank
You
you.
It's the HIPAA file, I assume it's in a hurry.
Yeah, but not all of it's printed off.
I mean, just want to put together a timeline.
Right.
That's. We're off, right.
Yeah.
Okay.